Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for coming. Guys that have come here from before, new people. We have a ton of new people, a ton of new subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. I'm going to dive into this video pretty quickly here. I just want to take a real quick second to thank everybody who's new. I thank everybody who's hung on for the last 3 months as well. But thank you to the ones that are new. We have a ton of new subscribers. Welcome, guys. It's awesome. Just to give you a really quick rundown, I don't want to take too long, but 3 months ago we started zero cosigns from anybody. Just no outside help. I had no social media before it, nothing. So this is a start from zero 3 months ago up until I think a week or two ago. About a week or two ago, we were at like 9 subscribers. Okay, after 3 months of slogging it out, and then in the last week and a half, I think we're up to we're in the 50s right now, and it just keeps going up every day. I look, the subscriber count just keeps going up and up and up and up and up, and it's a nice, slow, steady rise, and I couldn't be happier. All right, I never wanted this thing to just blow up and be so huge that I couldn't even talk to you guys, on a real personalized basis. I need to learn how to do that, and I don't know how to do that yet. So I'm not ready to blow up. I'm not ready to get big. But the fact that everything is just has a nice, even, equal rise, and it just seems to be going at a nice, slow pace, I couldn't be more thrilled. So I'm so thankful to you guys. You have no idea. It's been a long time of watching that subscriber count every day and not seeing a change, and now I'm seeing a regular change every day. It's amazing. So thank you guys for that. Listen, we've been talking a lot about Diddy in the last few weeks. Without talking about Diddy, we talked about obviously the illusion of choice last week and how that plays into things. We talked about we touched on the election and not really talking about sides or anything, not really talking about politics, just talking about how it is intertwined with the media, the government, and obviously Hollywood and all celebrities, even the ones that have any type of a YouTube presence. They're probably being touched by some of these people, at least through email or something like that, at different times, or their people do or whatever. So there's a lot of crisscross that goes on. Celebrities are not a separate entity from government people, and government people are not separate from celebrities at the high levels. I'm not talking about the people that work in the bottom, but at the high levels, those people are all connected, and they all serve the same purpose. So, again, I want to talk a little bit about Diddy tonight without really doing a lot of Diddy talking. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more about other things than him. One thing I wanted to touch on real quick, I saw a TikTok video that absolutely blew my mind, and I wanted so bad to save it so that I could have it, email it to myself, and then also I wanted to send it right out to my X page, my Twitter page, X page, whatever. I wanted to send it right out there. That's where I kind of send, if I find things that I think are kind of cool or informative or funny, or just the best videos that I find online when I'm doing my scrolling, when I'm looking for inspiration, those videos, I send them right to my Twitter or X page, which is at Team696696. It's the same as this address. And guys, if you want to head over there, I think they're great. I think if you guys are here and you guys are listening to me, I think a lot of you guys might find the videos that I put up there. Some of them are just inspiring. Some of them are heartwarming. Some of them are cute. I put a little bit of everything up there. So Just the only thing is, I do put things up there that have profanity in them. So just be careful if you're around kids or if you're somewhere in public or whatever. Just know that my X page is not as clean as what I try to keep the other things. So so head over there, check that out. So I saw this video on TikTok, or at least it came from TikTok, and it said it's something on the top where the person put in like Jay-Z picking out little girl or something like that. And I'm like, oh, here we go, another clickbait video. And I watch it as it keeps going, and I was absolutely dumbfounded at the situation that was going on throughout this, like maybe 7 to 10 second clip. It's not long at all, but there's so much going on to unpack the video. I must have watched it 5 or 6 times, and every time you watch it, something else stands out to you that is just unbelievable for the situation, that just doesn't make sense. So let me preface the video a little bit, or premise the video. Who knows? I don't remember. I don't even hardly remember what I'm talking about sometimes. But so the video progresses, and it's Diddy standing. They're in a hotel hallway in front of a hotel room door. Diddy's on the right. There's 2 people, I think, on the left. One's a man, one's a woman. I don't know who they are. I didn't recognize them. So they're flanking the door. The door's open. You look in, you can see these girls, these little girls, probably, I don't know, 5 to 10 maybe, 5 to 11, 5 to 12. I don't know. I'm not good at judging their age, but very, very, very young girls. They're seated around a low table, but a big table, and you can see half of the table. You can't see the other half because it's just a narrow hallway that goes in. There are people in the room, adults in the room. I believe I saw at least one man and at least a woman, and I think there was maybe another guy that was in the picture, but I'm not sure. Excuse me. There was at least 2 and possibly 3 more people in the room. So as the words come up on the screen, and it says, haha, Jay-Z's picking out little girls. So as the words go away, you see Jay-Z walking out the door, and again, Diddy's right here, and he comes out all dancing and yeah, and woo woo woo, and Diddy's like, yeah, this is how we do on a Saturday, and it's like, really? And then you look in the room and you go, there's no, like, when you start really thinking, like, I keep watching the video, and I'm going, is there any way possible this would be normal? Let's say Jay-Z and Diddy got somehow called in because Toddlers and Tiaras was owned by a certain company, and they owned that company, and they owed somebody owed them a favor. Who knows? I'm trying to think of all these different things to reasons to come up with as to why this situation is okay and it's normal, and it's just, it must have something to do with showbiz, right? It's something I don't understand. I'm just a regular person. Well, I mean, by the time I unpacked that video completely, I was absolutely sick to my stomach. There's no explanation as to why that would be okay, or why that would be something that would even, you know, it just, I don't see how that could be taken out of context. You've got adults with little kids in a room having a party, and you got two rappers who are supposed to be these hardcore street guys. They're at a tea party. Where's their daughter? Where's their daughter? And what is he celebrating? That he's going out in a hallway in a hotel to shake Jay-Z's hand? No, he's celebrating whatever's inside that room. And if there's only kids in that room, and they're both out here, you know, yucking it up with each other, all excited, you think two tough street guys, supposedly Hollywood street guys, you think they're gonna go into a tea party and start telling these girls how great they are, and it's all just innocent? It was gross. It was disgusting. And the other thing that really bothered me was, now that a lot of the video footage is being leaked online, and I know that a lot of it's fake, I know we have to be very careful what we do in unpacking the stuff that's online that we see. But as more comes out, there is no doubt at all that, you know, some of it that we're seeing is real. Now, one thing that I saw that was supposedly Diddy surveillance footage from one of his parties, cameras in the wall or whatever, and the ceiling must have been, because they were kind of like coming down from the, I don't know, I guess the corner of the room, but supposedly they were hidden. I'm sure some were not hidden, if that makes any sense. I'm sure that there were regular security style cameras that he had all over the house that, you know, I don't know. Maybe they were out in the open. I don't know. But anyways, this one, this picture that I saw, or a still of a video, was of a circle of girls laying around on the floor, like touching each other's like hands and legs spread out, you know, feet spread out, and touching each other's hands, making a circle behind each other. And so they're on the floor in this circle, laying in these dresses and this makeup, this Toddlers and Tiara-esque makeup, with the ball gown, you know, like a really fancy ball gown. All these kids are wearing, you know, like Cinderella ball gowns. And the girls, the similarity in age, in hair color, skin color, build, if you can call it, when a kid is, I don't know. You know how some kids are skinny or some are stocky? I mean, there was a certain similar, like, build to these kids. As gross as that even sounds. You know, they all look the same. The ones that I saw in the video with Jay-Z and Diddy at the door and these other slimy looking adults, you know, just celebrating in the background with a hotel room. That's the other thing too. Like, if it's a kid's party and it's legit and you're all happy about it, why would it be in a hotel room? See, as I'm saying this stuff, I'm actually waking myself up, because now I'm getting pissed. Now I'm getting really pissed, because now I'm just realized what I said. Now I just realized what I actually saw. These girls were in a hotel room. And not that it would matter, but it didn't even look like a fancy hotel room. It didn't even look like something where, you know, Diddy and them would be involved. But again, that goes back to, okay, well, maybe it's connected to this TV show or that TV show. No. No. The more that I think about this, the more that I really think about this, there is no possible way that anything good could come out of that, or was coming out of that, or was intended by that. Absolutely not. So that's just something to think about. If you guys want to look that video up, so here's the deal. I could not put it up on my X page. I could not send it to anybody. I couldn't send it to myself. When I saw it, I was at work. And I was on their computer at work. And I'm never signed into their computer on the net. I just don't do it. We don't have any rules against it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just my own personal thing. I bring my own laptop. And I use the 3-4 computers that are in front of me, but I do not sign on to any of those computers. I don't do it to protect myself and make sure that nobody can ever say that I was trying to abuse the power that I have in the system, or that anything can be traced back to me, anything nefarious like a virus or anything else. So that's just my personal thing. Other people from work, or that the other couple of guys that sit there, they don't seem to have a problem with it. So they're all over everything, personal stuff all over the computers. I wouldn't rock that way. But anyway, so go check out that video. You could probably search it up by something like Jay-Z happy picking out child with Diddy or something like that. You could probably, I'm sure you could find it. Unless it's been scrubbed, you could find it. It was a really eye-opening video, especially after seeing the picture with the girls in the circle all dressed up the same exact way, same hair, same color, same everything. It was just really bizarre, and something that you guys should check out. So, to bring this away from Diddy a little bit, I want to make a big point. A lot of this is not at all, about Diddy. All right, or it's part, okay, he's a part, but he is such a tiny part. And the more that I learn about this whole thing, the more that I learn about this whole situation, about everything that's going on, I'm learning how much less and less and less Diddy actually had to be involved with a lot of things. Okay, there's no doubt that he was a pawn in a much larger game of chess. And yeah, I think he was probably only a pawn. If you consider that most people are not even on the chessboard, which is true, I would say he was a pawn. I'm not on the chessboard. You're probably not on the chessboard. If you're watching these videos, you're probably not on the chessboard. So, I think Diddy has been a pawn in a much larger system of corruption and pedophilia, human trafficking. All the things that he's being accused of on a small scale, I think, are going on in the world on an immense scale. Okay, everything. So Diddy was giving people drugs. Well, drugs is a huge, huge problem in the world today. It's a huge problem. There are so many people doing drugs. Your neighbors are doing drugs. Their kids are doing drugs. They might be doing drugs together. Hard drugs. So, you don't know anymore. So Diddy was caught with drugs. Drugs are a huge problem. Diddy was, it looks like, into coercion. Definitely part of the trafficking side of things. Manipulation, trafficking, human trafficking, trafficking of drugs. When it comes to human trafficking and all that, look at that. That's a huge problem in the world. Okay, Diddy's just a tiny speck of the human trafficking issue in the world. So he's doing that. He's got his hands in that, but he's a tiny piece. He's got his hands in drugs, but he's a tiny piece. He's got his hands in pedophilia on some level. Now it's coming out. People are saying that he was selling things on the dark web. Who knows if that's true? And if it is, great. When it comes out, we'll take it one step at a time. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't like to, there are a lot of rumors going on around here, around everywhere, about this case and about everything going on. And I think it would behoove all of us to really just wait until the facts come out, because the facts are going to come out as much as they can. And don't poison your mind with the latest headline of what's going on in the Diddy case, while something else much larger that really needs your attention is going on, and you're over here while they're waving their hands over here, and over here they're doing something else. Yeah, well, there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of misdirection going on in the world today. So it's something I think we all need to be careful of, and just make sure that we're not, getting involved in spreading misdirection. And I try not to do that here. Everything that I try to talk about are things that I've seen. If it's a video or a picture, I tell you, I saw the picture, so it's as real as it gets for me. But again, it's a picture. So I thought it was very interesting, just some of those things. So to get off of him personally, celebrities are traveling a lot. They are traveling a lot, and they are traveling to places that we haven't heard them say that they were going before, or if they've been there before, it's not like the usual spot they go. Celebrities are finding new places overseas, and they are going there quickly. And a lot of these seem to be people that had pretty strong connections to Diddy. As more and more names come out, and this is the thing. We can speculate all we want, but let it come out. It'll come out. As more and more names come out, I just find it so interesting that when they get to certain names, certain celebrities start panicking and doing things right away. As soon as a certain name comes out, there's a celebrity somewhere that's panicking, and next thing you know, so-and-so took off to, this country or that country or whatever. So just something to think about. And some of them are moving. Some of them are moving. Now, of course, they're using the results of the election, as the reason for why they're moving. They say the country's doomed and everything else, and it may be. It may very well be doomed. Okay? I'm not going to put my 2 cents in. I'm not going to tell you where I stand or where I don't stand, but all I'm going to tell you is that it doesn't matter whose guy got in. I said it before. I'll stand on it. You don't get that high in the system without being okay with whatever the big agenda is that's going on. They may not align with your beliefs on this issue or that issue or this issue or that issue. But best believe, behind the scenes, behind the curtain, they're along for the ride in the big picture with the powers that be, the people who are really in control of what's going on. Just something to keep in mind. All right. So a lot of celebs are going across country. They're moving. They're traveling. Extended vacations. Come on. Moving. Saying they're never coming back. Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know. Who else? Who else took off? I keep hearing that Oprah took off, but I don't think she did. Not yet. I could be wrong, but a lot of people are trying to spread that, but I think it's just I think it's just people trying to hype the story up myself. What else we got? Oh yeah. So that's, I just thought that was kind of interesting. The fact that, again, certain people are triggering other people to do some really crazy stuff. So certain names, people are, hightailing it. Very interesting. Diddy in jail. To go back to Diddy for a minute. We're really on Diddy tonight. I don't care about this guy, guys, but I find the media and what's being given to the media for information and then their spin, I find all of it interesting. So that's why I'm following all this. It's not because I'm a big Diddy fan or I really care about what's going on here. Because again, I think this is a misdirection for something else much larger. But that's why I want to mention some of these things. So I'm just a little, I find this stuff fascinating. Just the things surrounding the media and the spin and everything. So Diddy in jail. When Diddy first went to jail for the first month, or maybe just longer than a month, first month, say, it was all about, his life is terrible. He's going to be in the worst position of anybody in jail. Nobody's going to want to be his friend. It doesn't matter who they are. This guy's cooked. Even in jail, like he's going to be, he's going to have some problems in there. Well, lately, and you can search this online, but lately there have been a lot of reports that Diddy might have it actually pretty good in jail. And that he might be able to, there's been all this stuff made about a mattress. His mattress is this thick. It's 1.5 inches. Banfield said something about that on her show. She brought in her kid's karate belt, and it was 1.5 inches. And she said, is this what you're talking about? Is this thick? And the guy was on there, and he goes, oh, no. He goes, they're much thicker than that. And guys sew mattresses together when guys leave jail, because you can buy a mattress, which I knew none of this. I thought you just got whoever's caught was there before. But no, you can buy a mattress. You go to the commissary. I believe you can get covers for it and stuff. But anyways, aside from that, when people leave prison or jail, another thing I didn't know, they just leave all their stuff behind. So then other people, the person that was under them in the hierarchy, gets their mattress. Or they gamble for it, or there's a lot of different ways it's handled. But, so that was kind of interesting. That's never heard of that before. Nobody's mentioned that before. This is the first that I've started to see it. So there's that. Then they were talking about his hot water situation and how that was like he had basically, basically unlimited hot water. Multiple TVs, they're saying. They can... There's recreation rooms where he's at. So isn't it funny how they were trying to say how it was the worst place you could possibly be, and he's in for a horrible ride, and mattresses are this thick, and and then we find out from a guy who was a former shot caller who was in there on this program that I saw. Again, this isn't first-hand information. I'm just bringing to you guys what I see, what I hear, stuff that I think is worth talking about. So, here's this prison shot caller that was in the exact same area as where Diddy is being held, and he's saying, no, if you got a few bucks, you can live pretty good in there. Obviously, I'm sure it's not the Ritz-Carlton, but it's not what they presented of his only option for any food ever is, food that has possible feces in it. We've all heard that. It's like, no, dude. There's some options, it sounds like. So, I thought that was very interesting. The other thing I wanted to mention, this is old news, but the phone call between Diddy and King Combs, his son. I think I talked about it. I know I talked about it on TikTok, but I'm pretty sure I talked about it on here, where Diddy said, make sure you take out all the old pizza boxes, which was really kind of just a weird comment for him to make, because he had already been in jail for a few weeks, and how would he know if there was pizza boxes on the counter in the house? So obviously we think that, at least I think, and many people think, that it means something completely different. Sorry guys, I'm not going to take that out. It's not worth it. You guys can handle my thumb going up against the screen. I don't know if you could read it, but my alarm went off for my doctor appointment that's coming up soon. So in the phone call, he says, don't forget to get rid of the old pizza boxes. Yeah, whatever. You know, obviously, a lot of us think it's code for kids, because they've been using pizza as code for kids for a long time. And by the way, if you think that's just a tinfoil hat theory, and that's just a QAnon thing, or that's just a Trump thing, no. I'm not connected to any of those people at all that I just mentioned. And it's been proven that people have used it in innuendo, talking about kids, celebrities, during tweets and other things. It's been proven. These people are sick. They are right out in the open. It's a joke to them. It's a joke to them about fucking kids. Pardon my language. I hope this video doesn't get taken down because of that. But you can see I'm getting a little excited. This is not... It's not a joke. This is not a joke. These are real kids out here hurting, getting roped into these situations with people. So in the call goes on, and Diddy says to King, he says, make sure you recycle all the plastic, which, again, a lot of us think that it has to do with video recordings and things that may have been on tape. We just don't know. We just don't know what it was exactly, but, it was a weird phone call overall. There were other things that were said in that phone call. If you haven't heard the Diddy King Combs jail phone call, even if you don't care about Diddy, go listen to it. This is about exposing the celebrity culture. This isn't about Diddy. This is what I keep trying to tell you guys. Even though I'm doing things on Diddy and I'm telling you things about Diddy, this is not about Diddy. Even when I'm telling you a direct story about Diddy, or something he did or allegedly did, or what we can prove he said on the phone, this isn't about him. This is so much bigger than him, and that's what I want you guys to understand. Pizza boxes. Get rid of the pizza boxes. Get rid of the plastic. Recycle the plastic, he says. And just watch the whole... If you haven't seen the call, if you haven't heard the call or seen it, go on YouTube, watch it. Watch the video of the call, and it'll give you it will give you the... I can think. I'm getting mad about this, to be honest with you, but it'll give you the words on the screen. You know what I'm trying to say. Subtitles. It'll give you the subtitles, but watch the whole thing, and it goes into even more weird discussion about possibly, getting rid of evidence, destroying evidence, things like that. So, very crazy. Just, again, doesn't matter if you care about Diddy or not. Go listen. This is so much bigger than him. This is an epidemic, far greater reaching than COVID or anything else, in the celebrity world, for sure. In the celebrity world, this stuff is rampant. And it's your favorite person. It's my favorite person. I've had to look at people that I like and look up to and go, damn, dude. Really? You too? You too. Come on, man. Like, why would I want to look at my favorite celebrity like this? People that I looked up from the movies, looked up to, from movies and television, and the media presenting to us that they're good people, whether they're on the news or they're here or they're there. Music videos, like they're the cool people we want to be like. Now we find out most of them are involved in some heinous shit that we would never want to be anywhere near. Just remember that. None of us would ever want to be where Diddy has put his little fingers and toes and whatever. Who knows what else. Nobody would ever want to be in that situation. None of us sitting here would ever want to be in that situation. Screw the billions of dollars. Who cares? Screw the record companies. Who cares? Forget about all of it. Who cares? Who wants success if that's the cost of the success, that you get mixed up in shit like this, where you're hurting people and you're hurting children and you're causing people all over the world to continue the cycle, keep it going. Shame on you people for doing that. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up real quick here. One thing I want to say, always try to be ready for a storm. I've said this, really quick, before I get on this last point. We have a ton of new subscribers. So I just want to tell you guys, if you're subscribed, or if you're going to subscribe, and by the way, do so, please. This channel is growing like by leaps and bounds, but it could do so much better, and but we're finally getting there, and I thank you so much for that. So new people, like, subscribe. It helps out. It's free. We're a new channel just getting going, so it really helps us out a lot. Again, thank you to everybody that subscribed last week, and I also want to say that drop in the comments what you guys want to talk about too. Drop in subjects you want me to branch out on. I have no problem going from Diddy out to this way, or out to that way, or out to this way. It just seems Diddy has the Diddy story, not Diddy the person. Diddy the story. It has so many twists and turns and loops and everything else that I think there's a lot to learn from just in this one situation, in this one news story with Diddy. Make sure you guys check that out if you want to. Check out the phone call. Listen to it in full. I'm telling you, it's definitely not right. It's not. There's other parts of the call that are in code, so it's obvious that you can tell what's going on there. He's not literally talking about pizza boxes and recycling plastic. Guys, the real quick point I want to make is always try to be ready for a storm. And by the way, real quick, people from North Carolina and down the eastern seaboard with Hurricane Helene and the hurricane that came right after Helene as well. We want to just say we're still thinking about you guys, praying for you guys, and definitely there's still a lot of people suffering and trying to pick up the pieces from down there. And that goes along with what I said, always be ready for a storm. And that can mean anything. It can mean different things to different people. Be ready for a financial storm, for an actual storm, a storm in your life with health problems. But just be ready for that. I talk all the time about trying to be prepared, and I carry a go bag. It's my work bag that I carry every day. It's got all my chargers and everything else you might need. And I'll tell you what, the reason I'm bringing it up is because it came in really handy this morning. I have been extremely sick lately, and this morning I had to drag myself to a medical facility, and I didn't think I would be up and talking to anybody, let alone you guys tonight. So I am just so thankful just for that situation and how it all worked out. I'm really thankful to even be here, sitting in front of the camera with you guys tonight. And one of the reasons that things went as smoothly as they did is because of the fact that I had that go bag with everything all prepared, ready to go, and didn't have to worry about using extra energy to get around the house or try to gather my belongings together. I had everything ready to go, and it really made everything so much easier. So guys, I can't stress that enough. Please make sure that you're ready for whatever could happen in your life. Be ready for the little things, be ready for the big things. Just always try to be ready for bad things to happen, because they will. And when they do, you want to be in a good place. You want to be prepared and ready. Guys, that's it for me. You have a wonderful week. I am so glad we have so many new subscribers. I'm so happy. You guys take care. Have an awesome week. Bye.